Hello, how's it going today? It's Frankie Nelson here, and I'm back with another movie review. Now, this is a movie that I've seen everywhere that's been talked about the most, especially on TikTok. Obviously, TikTok seems to have a lot of good movie suggestions and whatnot. And I've heard this movie is very disturbing. And when I watched it, I was criticizing, but then I'm thinking this movie is very serious, and it's based on a true story, about true events and whatnot. So I feel like it was a bit bad of me to criticize, since it was about something serious. That movie is called Megan is Missing. Now, it doesn't, nothing much really happens in like the first hour. It's an hour and 25 minutes, but the first hour of it, nothing really happens. It's just Megan and her friend Amy talking basically, and they go to a party. They went to a party and stuff like that, and nothing much really happens. This movie is very easy to talk about and it's easy to explain, and I was waiting for that, obviously that guy to come into, the one that does things to my head anyway. I don't want to mention that word, but waiting for that to come in. I think it's after half an hour mark. Megan starts talking to this guy called Josh, or Skater Boy is his nickname as he's known. He was like saying to Megan how beautiful she looks, like luring her in basically. And then, he kidnaps Megan and shows on CCTV camera him kidnapping Megan. And then he starts talking to Amy. And Amy, was like a bit scared, like, she was like asking questions that we don't know about. And he starts to like degrade her a little bit. It's just the usual type of stuff, basically. And then in the last 25 minutes of the movie, technically 22, but 25 minutes, so it starts getting a little, tiny bit disturbing. And it shows Amy being trapped in like this cell was a cell room or something. I don't know how you would put it underground or something like that. And then he proceeds to take her, and this is where it gets quite horrific. I see what people are talking about, and I see why this movie has probably been deemed to be too disturbing. And he puts her on like a board basically. I don't know what I don't know. I would say board under some sort of wood thing. I don't know what device it's called. And he begins to R-word her. And bear in mind, she's only like 14, 15 in this. So that's what makes it 10 times more horrific. And I know there's probably women out there. I know men go through this, but I know there's women out there that watched it and it's pretty much disturbing for them. I seen it and I was just like, I don't know what else to say. I was really disturbed by it. Don't get me wrong. It's very not nearly disturbed. I was very disturbed by it. It stays in your mind scenes like that. And horror movies don't really have to have any paranormal activity or have anything like that at all. It just only has to have disturbing stuff as to make it very horrific. And then after he does that, he puts in this like I don't know what this. I have no idea what it is, but he puts in something and he buries her in it. It's quite horrific and sad actually, to be honest. Bear in mind, why would anyone want to reenact a movie like this? It's based on true events. I know they're trying to warn people by it, but it wouldn't make a difference. Like I think they were gonna get kidnapped even if they didn't talk to this guy. Megan could have rejected him and said, "No, what, not interested, blah blah," because she wasn't interested in the other man. So what made her interested to talk to this dude? I don't know. So she could have said no, but she would have still got kidnapped. So the whole message and notion of that, oh, social media is dangerous. It's just what the person does in it. Always depends on the person. Social media didn't tell this guy to do this. He just went ahead and chose to do it, which I don't know why he would, basically. I don't want to mention the whole of the movie because it's pretty easy and simple to explain. It's still I feel like this is why I believe in self defense of women mostly because people always talk about how it's scared for women to go out at night, but if you can just defend yourself with, fair enough. This guy kidnapped her easily, in a sense of like he just took her. That's how it looked like, obviously, and that's the whole point of him luring these girls in. I mean, it's quite sad actually. What I didn't get is if it's called Megan is Missing, why was it Amy that took the most at that part? Why couldn't it have been Megan? Because she's the main character. Why was she could have been like trapped in there? Would have been made sense of the story at least. But I don't want to talk too much about it because I might say something that's a bit disrespectful. So I'll stay clear away from that. It's just really sad. I mean, the fact that there's guys out there, there's obviously guys that use all the time, but to go as that age as well, that's what makes it even more disgusting. oh man, it's just that scene is stuck in my head. I'm not gonna say it's not as disturbing as a Serbian film. Bear in mind, a Serbian film is worse. It's one of those movies where I couldn't rate it. This movie here, do I want to rate it? That one scene alone, do I and should I rate it? There's going to be the odd comment. I haven't getting many comments, but there's going to be the odd comment that tells me rate it. The acting could have been a bit better before that disturbing thing happened, because you can't react any better. You can't really do anything in that situation. But before that, could have been acted slightly better. But I don't know if this is a movie that I can easily rate number-wise, because if I rate it a low rating, they'll be saying, why are you rated it low for? This is horrific. But rate it highly, they go, but why are you rating this movie highly? So yeah, I feel like that's a big movie right there, controversial. But why would anyone want to do this? Write a movie that's based on a true story, and especially this sort of scenario. Imagine how, I don't know. I think one of those girls are probably. I think Megan's dead anyway. Should have seen if they're dead, but if both of them are still alive today and they survived that and they saw that, they would not want to see it. I'm surprised their parents didn't sue for that sort of movie. I'm really surprised by that. It's not a sort of movie that should be put up. It has like making them remember their worst nightmare. Anyways, I can't rate this because I just explained it before. It's gonna be tough for me to rate this movie. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, please give a like, comment, share if everyone you know, subscribe and hit the bell notification below. As I see you in my next video.